Oh, Panda. Oh, this is so cool.
Animation is a well-planned, meticulous process, most of the time. But did you know about all the time some improvisation made it into your favorite animated films? Don't worry, we'll talk about this guy for sure.
Circus.
Number 1. Encanto just feels like a film that has some improvised energy, doesn't it? Well, you'd be right in thinking so. After the disastrous dinner the family believes is ruined by Mirabel, which we strongly disagree with by the way, Luisa leaves the room screaming in despair. This cry of defeat was actually improvised by the actor. Incredible.
Oh, I'm a loser.
Number 2. Gran just has such a off-the-cuff way about her, crazy as she is. In the Croods' New Age, the scene where she names the Thunder Sisters was partially improvised. As can sort of be picked up by the actor's delivery of each name she is clearly coming up with on the spot. The results feel real and hilarious, the perfect result of good improv and trust in your talent.
You are Bogwater. My name's Bogwater?
Number 3. If you're a snowman just recently birthed into the world, you likely have to improvise everything because you know nothing. That's certainly the case for Olaf from Frozen 2, who went off script when he's looking for his friends and yells,
Samantha?
This was improvised from the voice actor Josh Gad and put right into the movie. Because it's hilarious that Olaf would call for a name of somebody he isn't looking for and has never met.
I don't even know it's Samantha.
Number 4. This grounded late-night host lent his talent to a very grounded moment for this character. In How to Train Your Dragon 2, Gobber, Hiccup's teacher and mentor, mentions he never got married for a couple reasons. This wasn't originally in the script, but Craig Ferguson improvised the line and basically made it canon that his character is not interested in women, subtly, and in a funny way, as Craig Ferguson is known to do.
This is why I never married. This and one other reason.
Number 5. It was hard enough to fit this larger-than-life actor into one character, but they made it happen. Jack Black was expected to, and did, run wild with improv during recording lines for Po in the Kung Fu Panda franchise, birthing Po's classic skadoosh catchphrase.
Skadoosh. Okay.
Number 6. If you hire a comedian for your movie, you gotta know what you're getting into. Madagascar 3's script originally called for Chris Rock to just hum this familiar circus tune, but he added lyrics based on the description of the scene with hilarious results.
Is there a problem?
Number 7. Something about trying to ride dragons really brings the imagination out of these voice actors. In the first How to Train Your Dragon film, while Hiccup takes Astrid for her first dragon ride, Hiccup sarcastically says,
Thank you for nothing, you useless reptile.
This was improvised by Jay Baruchel and beloved by the film's producers, so much so that it made the trailer. Number 8. This scene in Zootopia shows us not only that Nick is a grade A hustler, but that Jason Bateman is a grade A improviser. This scene we got in the movie was only one of several different versions in the studio. In the deleted scenes of Zootopia, we see the lost wallet scam play out in an almost melodramatic fashion. The deleted scene was too long, but the final scene was still all Bateman, just as sly and just as smooth.
Fly Fox. Dumb bunny.
Number 9. You need a pretty big mind to wrap your head around this statistic. Megamind's producers say 40% of the film's dialogue was actually improvised, which makes sense given the star-studded cast of voice actors who also have deep comedy chops, including Will Ferrell, Tina Fey, Jonah Hill, and David Cross. Number 10. We can relate to this kind of woe. Well, sort of. In the film Monsters vs. Aliens, Seth Rogen's slimy character Bob talks about getting a fake number from the inanimate plate of Jell-O he's hitting on. This joke was apparently improvised by Seth Rogen, and we're not surprised in the slightest, as Seth Rogen is known for being a great voice actor and hilarious dude.
I don't think your parents like me, and I think that Jell-O gave me a fake phone number.
Number 11. If you hire Mike Myers to do your movie, you're going to get more than just what's on the page. In Shrek 3, Shrek relating to Arthur's young age while walking with him is all improvised by the famous comedian, which is easy enough to believe because we all know how hard it is to relate to kids these days.
What I'm saying ain't straight tripping, just say, oh, no you didn't.
Number 12. When a massive treasure is up for grabs, you gotta think quickly on your feet. Treasure Planet was a film of many firsts. However, two great actors playing off each other wasn't completely unheard of. One scene in the film where Jim Hawkins and Captain Silver attempt to coerce Morph to bring them both the map was improvised by the two actors in the studio while recording. Number 13. We're glad they didn't flush this take down the toilet. The musical stylings of Hugh Jackman are so great that in this film, he made up Ice Cold Rita on the spot during recording, as the original song they wanted to use was copyrighted, and they could not secure the rights.
I was just afraid you'd sing another verse.
Number 14. You can imagine the man who played Borat would have some trouble sticking to a script. In the first Madagascar film, King Julian's character was allegedly expanded after Sacha Baron Cohen's 8-minute-long audition monologue as the Marsupial King. And now we all like to move it, move it.
I like to move it, move it.
Number 15. The B-movie has created a hilarious culture around its existence, but it's pretty funny on purpose as well. In the film, during a scene where Barry and Vanessa get to know each other, apparently producer Jerry Seinfeld, who also voices Barry, improvised with Renee Zellweger, who voices Vanessa, asking her to just say whatever she could to convince him to have some coffee, leading to a hilarious back and forth of social awkwardness.
Can I, get you something?
Number 16. Oncoming gas surprises everyone, even trained celebrity voice actors. In the first Shrek film, Fiona, played by actress Cameron Diaz, delivers a burp during a scene where Donkey chides Shrek for burping in front of a princess. This burp apparently came out of nowhere after she drank some pop before the recording, and the creators just ran with the idea of having this character burp, which worked perfectly to set up her personality.
Thanks.
She's as nasty as you are.
Number 17. Probably the only film on our list where improv actually makes a lot of sense. The Emperor's New Groove certainly feels like a film completely based on spur-of-the-moment ideas, and it is. One example is that Kronk, played by Patrick Warburton, made up his own Mission Impossible sneaking music, which Kuzco even comments on. But how did the prince not even find this hilarious? Because this is great.
He's doing his own theme music?
Number 18. While not everyone remembers Hercules, everyone remembers James Woods' incredible performance as Hades. Woods was a big improviser with the character, having shifted the entire direction of the character with his audition, bringing a more charming, snide version of the character who was originally meant to be scary and imposing. And Hades certainly did retain some of these moments, but Hades also became a scene stealer with some of Woods' off-the-cuff line reads and additions.
Well, you know, that's good because that's what got you into this jam in the first place, isn't it?
Number 19. A bit of an outlier on our list is a moment that technically was scripted but led to some improvised inspiration. In Meet the Robinsons, Wilbur describes his father as someone who looks like Tom Selleck. This was not meant to be in the final film and was actually just a placeholder, until the production actually cast Tom Selleck in the role, as they enjoyed the delivery of the line so much they just went with it. Number 20. The road of improv and animation leads right to El Dorado. The two lead actors of the film, Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh, actually recorded together in person to create a quick and organic back and forth with delivery, and were encouraged by the directors to run wild in their scenes with improvised moments and dialogue. It's pretty clear this worked, as the scenes featuring the two of them feel like a constant duel of words and wits.
You drank seawater, didn't you?
Oh, come on! I'm not coming on!
Those were all our favorite improvised animated moments. Any you noticed that we didn't mention? If you enjoyed, like and subscribe for more animated content. And thanks for watching The Things Animated.